Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is if you are new, and this is the start of my weekend reading vlog. It's currently Thursday evening, but Friday is one of my days off, and so I like to start my weekends on my day off. Imagine. Okay, sorry. It's been a long day. And I didn't even work today, and it's been a long day. I happen to have this week off from teaching just because of the way the class calendar worked out. So, woo! That didn't work the way I wanted it to. Sorry, my very precarious tripod situation got super precarious. Let's see if this works better. I could just get my tripod. Why don't I just get my tripod? Because I can't be bothered to get my tripod. Ooh, I wonder if the cake... look at that. Perfect. So just the way the calendar worked out, I don't have to teach this week. I have other work stuff to do, but all stuff I can do at home. So basically I did nothing productive today, but that's okay. I need to start making dinner, and in my... was it my September TBR video? I mentioned how I want to focus on reading some more of my Libro FM books for September. So I think I'm going to start one while I make dinner. I have this little audiobook called Creativity, A Short and Cheerful Guide by John Cleese, and it's narrated by John Cleese. I wonder if my phone can bring down the... Is that better? Yeah. So I think I'm going to start this while I make dinner. I'm reading... What am I reading? I'm reading A Benny's Song by P. Djeli Clark. That is middle grade. Well, it's marketed as middle grade. We can discuss whether or not P. Djeli Clark actually wrote a middle grade book, because I think he wrote a middle grade book for adults, but that's, whatever. And then I'm also reading something else. What else am I reading? Wow. Apparently nothing good, because I'm forgetting all of it. Oh, I'm reading The Grimoire of Grave Fates, which was edited by Hannah Alcath and Margaret Owen, which is interesting because it's a short story anthology, but it's like a cohesive short story anthology. So it takes place at like a traveling magical boarding school, and there's a murder. So each chapter is by a different author from the perspective of a different student, but it's all leading to finding out who murdered the person that gets murdered at the beginning. So really interesting project. And then I'm reading a book I'm not going to talk about. Yeah, that's where we're at. And tomorrow, like I said, is my day off. This was my kids' first week of school, but they have tomorrow off as well because this is Labor Day weekend that we're rolling into. So they actually have 4 days off at school. So this is probably going to be a 4-day weekend vlog. Okay, so let's go make dinner and listen to an audiobook. All right, well, that was a very short audiobook. I managed to listen to all of it while I was making dinner for me and the kids, and it reminded me of like when I was younger and my grandpa used to good-naturedly lecture me about how I should pay attention to the news and to politics, but this time it was John Cleese gently lecturing me about creativity and how you can lean into your creativity and learn to be more creative. And so not like, I don't know how useful this book is for people. It actually reminded me a lot of Stolen Focus by Johann Hari, especially when he was talking about how long it takes the brain to get into a state of focus, and then when you're interrupted, how long it takes to get back to that spot, and how humans really aren't built to multitask, and that's just like a lie that capitalism has told us. And just multitasking just means we're doing a bunch of stuff like as mediocrely as possible. So there's that. But it's nice to have that off of my Libro FM. I don't know what rating I'm going to give it though. I guess a 3, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I've been really struggling to rate things lately, and I'm actually contemplating with not rating things anymore and just doing a like thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs down. I don't know what I would do instead. Finding rating books to be kind of challenging lately, so who knows what I will do with it. But anyways, I got that done, and I just realized I don't have my spread for September yet in my book journal, so I'm going to work on that for the rest of the night and, maybe spend time with my kids, I guess. Hi friends, good morning. Friday. Happy Friday. I just got done at the gym, but I haven't had coffee yet or food, so my brain is like not operational. I did a thing last night. I ended up making a spreadsheet of pretty much all the audiobooks I have on Libro that are under 5 hours. And then I used a random number generator to kind of choose my next audiobook for me, because the decision fatigue is oh so real. So that made my next audiobook The Phantom Tollbooth, which my husband and I were talking about it last night, and I can't remember if I actually read this in elementary school or if I just watched the animated. Gosh, I don't know if it's a short or if it's a movie or if it's like a 30-minute episode thing. I'd have to look. I wonder if it's on YouTube. I'll have to see if I can find it. So I don't remember if I've watched it or if I've read it. And it's been fun listening to it because there are things that sound really familiar, or I've obviously taken in this information before, but I can't for the life of me figure out if it's because I've watched it or I've read it. So I'm actually going to see if I can find it on YouTube today and watch it with the kids, because I think that would be fun. I also think if I can talk my 8-year-old into it, I think it would be a fun read aloud book for the two of us to read together, just because the play on words is so fun. And I think that's when I first watched/read it, is when I was 8. I think that's a good age for it. But how far am I? I'm like 20% of the way through it, because I listened to a little bit last night, and then I've been listening to it at the gym, and now I'm gonna go home and eat and caffeinate and see how many of my children are awake and medicate the cat, and just get on with our day. Hello friends. I'm still reading. What was I reading? I'm still reading The Phantom Tollbooth. I am now 58% of the way through. I have less than an hour to go. I'm about to put my headphones on and keep listening. We went to the library. We got some treats. I was really tempted by the apple crisp drink, which I've heard kind of tastes like a fall candle, but I don't know. I could be into that. But ultimately, I just got my usual, which is fine. It's delicious, so I'm still happy. And then we went to the library, so I have a library haul. And then most excitingly, importantly, we went to our storage unit and we got the fall decorations. So those will be going up, though I think I might have to redo the bookshelves. So we shall see. We'll see how much energy I have. But I thought I'd do my little library haul real quick, since I had quite a few books. I don't know. I took August off from the library. I was on a library ban for that month, and now that I am using my library again, it's like the training wheels are off. It's all downhill. I have so many books. So I have my hold for Knockout by Sarah MacLean. This is her latest release. Sarah MacLean is one of my favorite romance authors. And even though historical romance is challenging for me lately, I'm really hoping that Sarah will be the exception to that. I also got The Incorrigible Children of Ashton Place, book 1 by Mary Rose Wood. This is a older middle grade series that's been on my radar for a really long time, and I thought it might be a good read for spooky season. I also got You Are a Badass Every Day by Jen Sincero. This is one of the really short audiobooks I have on Libro, and so sometimes these things are like this type of book. It's easier for me to listen to the audio if I also have the physical copy. And then I have a book that's for a project that I'm not talking about yet. And then my Hold On Wretched Waterpark came in by Kiersten White. And this is on my tentative possibility TBR pile for September. I hope this is good. I have maybe too high of expectations for this book, but that's my little library hold. And so now I think I have to go contemplate how much effort I want to put into today, and if I want to totally redo the bookshelves so I can put up the fall decor. But right now my youngest got Pokemon Sword for their birthday, and so they are currently playing that. So we'll see, but I wanted to give you all an update. Okay, bye. Okay, we're at the stage of this where I regret my choices a little bit, but that's okay. I finished The Phantom Tollbooth, and that is such a weird little book. Some of the language has not aged very well, but that's to be expected. And I realized the thing I was remembering is a movie, and it's on YouTube. It's free with ads. I think I'm going to turn it on and have it playing while I'm cleaning. I probably won't watch the whole thing, but I want to watch a little bit and see if that jogs my memory. I did ask my twins, and they said that they don't teach this in elementary school anymore, so I can see why, but also it's kind of a shame because it's kind of fun to see how slippery language is. All right, I'm about to go on Lego building duty, but since I finished The Phantom Tollbooth, I need a new audiobook, so let's get a new one. Also, that movie was so weird. It looks like it was by the same company that did The Grinch. Like the watchdog looks like a bigger version of Max. Like Max went to the gym and got some muscles. I have like a random number generator, which you can't see because everything's too bright. And so let's see what number I get. Okay, so I got 15. So we'll go over to my spreadsheet, and 15 is Women Don't Owe You Pretty. So it's Women Don't Owe You Pretty by Florence Given. And I don't really remember anything about this book. So if you've read it, you'll have to let me know. But this says, writer and activist Florence Given tells you how feminism is going to ruin your life in the best possible way. A vibrantly illustrated, primer on modern feminism for the Instagram generation. All right, that's cool. Sounds like it's going to be super different than Phantom Tollbooth. All right, I have to go build Legos now. I almost forgot. Here is the finished product of the shelves. They look so pretty. It's such a big job, but I'm always like just so tickled with how the shelves look when they're all freshly organized. And now everything's organized by genre, which is our like academic look. AC and fan is on. Hopefully it's not too loud, but it got warm again today, so that is what it is. I'm just doing, well, I'm waiting for my August wrap-up video to upload, so while I'm waiting on that, I thought I would do a little update for Women Don't Owe You. Do I even know how to do this? For Women Don't Owe You Pretty, I love this. I love this so much. I don't know who Florence Given is. Sounds like she's an artist, but like I've never heard of her before or experienced her work, but I'm really loving this book. I love her sense of humor. I am loving the way she's writing about feminism and intersectionality and privilege and just all of it. I love her theme of you have to be the love of your own life. Just all of it. I've ordered a finished copy, even though I'm not done with it yet. I think I have maybe, I don't even know how long I have. I have 13 minutes left. I've ordered a finished copy, and I'm going to reread it, and I'm going to highlight the heck out of it because I will need those reminders. I need those reminders, even though, you know, it's like, it's all stuff I know about patriarchy and capitalism and womanhood and all that stuff. But it's so nice to have the reminders. I like how she acknowledges that there's a type of rebellion in no longer shaving off your body hair, but that is a rebellion that is unique to cis women because trans women are held to a higher standard of femininity than cis women are. And so while that is something that's accessible for cis women to do, it may not be as accessible for trans women. So I like, and so the whole book is like that. And I just love it. And she had a line, I can't even remember what the chapter was, but she had a line that was something along the lines of, I swear, if you cut men, they bleed audacity. And I just love it. Absolutely loved it. So I'm going to count this weekend a success just for this fantastic little book. I think I'm going to give it 5 stars. I would say this would be a good book to give to a younger woman or femme presenting person. I specifically want it on my shelves because I think it would be a good thing for my twins to read, because one is a girl and then my non-binary kiddo is very femme presenting. So I think this would be a good book for both of them to read. I want them to start internalizing a lot of the ideas in this book at a young age so that they don't have to, so maybe I can spare them the work that I had to do in my 20s and 30s to unpack a lot of this stuff. I think it would be a good book to give a younger person who just to try to like get a primer in there for feminism and intersectional feminism and unpacking like all the like loopholes patriarchy and capitalism have sucked femme presenting people into. And then I also think it would be a good book for someone who kind of needs like an intro to feminism. Like I think like this book combined with hood feminism would be like a great like book flight. Is that what I want? I think they would go really well together. I think Florence Given introduces a lot of topics that are really important, but then I think like hood feminism would really like do a great job of elaborating on those ideas. For now, I'm gonna go finish that book. My video's uploading. We gotta figure out the dinner situation. Might be we call it a scrounge night, but it's just everybody kind of fends for themselves. Should we just pick my next audiobook now? Let's just do that. Let's do that now, since I'm almost done. And then, because I don't know that I'm going to update again tonight, we're having a pretty lazy weekend, which is nice, before, the week starts up again. 22. So number 22 is The Beatrice Prophecy, which is by DiCamillo. And that, I think, is all that I know about it. So I will pop in an update later. Hi, friends. So I finished The Beatrice Prophecy just like 10 minutes ago, and that was a very sweet middle grade. It's set in medieval England, and it's about this girl named Beatrice and, the stage in England times England. It is against the law for girls and women to be able to write or read, but Beatrice's mother has taught her children all of those things, or has hired tutors to teach her children all of those things. And there is a prophecy that a girl named Beatrice will bring down the king and start a time of change. There's Beatrice, and then there's a goat, who was maybe the best character in the book. And then there was a boy who helped her, and just like this, I don't know, odd assortment of people who like work together to protect Beatrice. So it's very lovely. I think classic Kate DiCamillo. So if you like her and you haven't read this one yet, pick it up.
It is from 2021, I think. So my favorite thing so far about this little like random audiobook generator is that it is picking books that I have had on my TBR for a very long time. So, or I have had on my Libro account for a very long time. So I am digging that. That is super cool. And as you can see, I'll put it on the screen. I did the number generator again after I finished Beatrice Prophecy, and Macbeth got picked, and I am so excited. I've been waiting for this one to get picked because in my head I was like, okay, it's officially spooky reading season once I have listened to Macbeth, and this is a full cast recording. Macbeth is one of my favorite Shakespeare plays. I have like a lot of affection and a lot of fond memories wrapped around this play. I read it as a senior in high school for the first time and liked it, and then I went and saw a production at Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and like the same year, and that production was phenomenal. It made such a big impact on like my little not yet fully formed brain, and is, I think, a core memory for me going to see that production. And then I was also involved because I majored in theater in college, and so I did a bunch of different scenes from Macbeth throughout like the course of my academic career. So I've played the witches. I played one of the witches multiple times, and I also like obviously read it again because I took a Shakespeare literature class in college, and then I also had to take a Shakespearean acting class in college. So I just so much affection for this play, and I am just so excited about this full cast audiobook. I hope it's good. Fingers crossed it's good. Y'all, the level of disappointment I will feel if this is a subpar audiobook experience, I'll be so upset. So I am going to, I think, well, listen to that obviously. Liv is currently doing reading sprints. I have that on, but she does very long sprints, which I love. They're like 90 minutes, so you can get so much done in that amount of time. But my mom brought a bunch of apples from her farm not too long ago, a couple weeks ago, and I've just had them chilling in the refrigerator. But I think I'm going to go ahead and make applesauce today because it's like in the 70s. It's kind of overcast. There's like a chilly breeze in the air. It feels like applesauce season, and I love homemade applesauce so much. So I think that's what I'm going to go do and just pretend I'm a witch stirring shit up in my cauldron. Okay, I have a quick update. I did go rogue and decided to start listening to Wretched Waterpark. And if you are 0% surprised, first of all, rude. Second of all, fair. But Macbeth is not a gym audiobook. I'm just gonna say it. I also really quickly realized I cannot just listen to that. I have to read the play while listening because I very quickly got confused, even though I'm should be familiar enough with it at this point, but apparently not. Anyways, Wretched Waterpark is such a delight. I am loving it so much. It is so fun, and I'm so happy that right now it is like surpassing my expectations. It has a sense of the ridiculousness that I really appreciate, and I'm just loving it so far. So I will do like an official update when I'm about 50% of the way through. I think right now I'm like 30% of the way through, but it's so fun. I'm so delighted. Okay. Hi everyone. So I finished Wretched Waterpark, and it was so much fun. I'm giving it 5 stars. It was so cute and so funny. I was under the impression that it was like middle grade horror, if that even exists. It's not. It's a mystery. And but it's so cute. It's about Will, Theo, and Alexander Sinister. What's their second last name? It's hyphenated. Sinister Winterbottom. And Will is 16, and then Alexander and Theo are twins, and I believe they are like 12. They are surprised at the beginning of the summer by their parents, who wake them up in the middle of the night and whisk them away very mysteriously to their aunt Sophronia's house. And they don't really remember packing. They don't remember getting there. They don't remember anything really in between their parents waking them up and then being at her house. And it's clear she doesn't really know what to do with them, and tells them that she has bought week-long passes to this water park in the town. And they get there, and things are not like what they're used to for a water park. They have to sign like a last will and testament to be let in. They all the staff are wearing like old bathing costumes, like old-fashioned bathing costumes. There's only one restaurant, and the restaurant only does tea, like a traditional tea. There's no churros, which Theo is not okay with anyways. And then so the three kids slowly realize that there is something mysterious going on at this water park and go about to solve the mystery. And it was just really whimsical and silly, but also really fun. And I had the best time reading it. It was, it went by way too fast, but there's 3 more books in the series, and I am 100% going to keep reading them because it was just so fun. There was a line in the book that I just thought was so funny. I'm gonna go get the book. Well, this line is towards the end of the book, but there's no spoilers, and it will give you a good idea if this is something that you will enjoy or if it won't be for you. Alexander made more of an effort, but he had never really understood the appeal of tea. It seemed like something he ought to like, but he hadn't learned how to yet. Like Brussels sprouts, or shows about people looking for houses to buy. Someday he would grow out of all of his clothes and into liking things like tea and miniature cabbage veggies, and people insisting they knew what mid-century modern architecture looked like and couldn't live in anything else. But today was not that day. I just loved it. And I'm so delighted that my 5-star prediction was accurate, because I can't even tell you how sad I would have been if I hadn't absolutely loved this book. But I did, and I do, and I'm so happy. So I think I'm going to close the vlog out here so that we have one more day to the weekend. Tomorrow's Monday. But I'd like to just focus on, hanging out with my family. I also have to get my reading back on track. I definitely derailed to listen to all these audiobooks, which I do not regret, because I had 2 5-star books this weekend, which was so awesome. I'm so happy. But now I have to get back to my actual plans for my September reading. So if you have made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for spending your time with me. I really appreciate it. If you want to leave an emoji, let's do some sort of water emoji, whatever water-based emoji you want to do. And if you could give this video a like, subscribe if you're interested in seeing more. I don't say that very often because it always feels weird, but if you'd like to help my channel grow, those are 2 very easy things that are always very appreciated, and I will talk to you all in the next one.